Hello, all my merrymakers. I am Becca, and welcome to what's probably the last yarn haul that isn't my yarn management haul that's going to be starting in January. This is the one I told you about, the one from Hobbii. I actually also got my yarn that I ordered from Temu, which I will be discussing with you today as well. So let's talk about the yarn I ordered from Hobbii first. Okay, so I had a haul earlier featuring this yarn. And I meant to go on and see if they had any more of this. I do remember going to this website. I can't remember if I tried finding this yarn or not. Anyway, it is a multicolored mini plied yarn. Looks like the colors change slowly. And I remember picking a pattern for it. Do I remember what the pattern's called? No. I remember thinking in my head that I needed to pair this with a black to make it look like stained glass. And you know, Hobbii was having their Black Friday sale. So I got a 5-pack of their wool yarn, because this is wool yarn. This is Australian wool. I'm not going to get that for cheap offline. More on that later. But I think I have just trying to see if I still had my invoice in here. Well, this is supposed to be a 5-pack, but I can only find 4. And this, you know, is part of the problem that I've been talking to you guys about, not being able to find yarn. But this is their Black Friday wool yarn from Hobbii or Hobbii. However, it just says 100% wool. It doesn't say what kind of wool. Hand wash cold. Do not bleach. Do not dry. As in put it in the dryer. Lay flat to dry. Iron low when needed. Use polymer P when you dry clean. They classify this as a 3-weight. Each one of these little dooders is 5 grams or 1.7 ounces, which is 170 meters or 185 yards. There's a QR code on here. I'm not sure what that's all about. Knitting needles, it requires a 4mm or a US 6. And for crochet hooks, it suggests a 5mm or a US H8. I want to say that the pattern I had picked for this was a knitting pattern, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to go back through my phone. I'm sure I took a screenshot of it, because that's how I do things sometimes. But that is not the only thing I bought from Hobbii, because, you know, there is a certain yarn that I've had my eye on, and I had to get it, because I knew that I would be cutting off the yarn buying flood. You may have heard me talk about this yarn when I was talking about possibly buying yarn for my grandmother this is their songbird yarn. I went ahead and bought 2 skeins. So it's got these blues that go into this tealy color. And then at the very end, you can kind of see it goes to green and then to yellow. And look, this one does exactly the same thing. This is called Sunbird. It's 100% premium acrylic. It is a lightweight 3. It recommends a 4mm knitting needle or US 6, a 5mm hook or US H8. You can machine wash this at 40 degrees or cool. You can tumble dry low or lay flat to dry. Low iron, use P polymers when you dry clean. I don't know if I said this already. It has 200 grams, 7.1 ounces, 500 meters, or 546 yards. Probably it's going to end up being a shawl just because it's so beautiful and it's so soft. So we come to the yarn I ordered off of Temu. Now, I don't know if you guys are have experience with Temu. I am not affiliated with them or sponsored by them. I just have been buying stuff from them. Anyway, after you search a couple of things, they get to know you and they suggest things. And something popped up on the suggested for you. And I'm going to read the description first and tell you how much and show it to you, and then I'm going to tell you how much it costs. It's still in its bag, so crinkles. Okay, according to this is a 52% wool, 10% cashmere, 38% polyester blend. I got 3 skeins, and supposedly they are hand dyed. Let's see. I'm trying to see if it says. It does not. It does not say how much yardage. Now this one looks kind of weird because I already undid it already. But here are the other 2 skeins that I got. And I bought this because I said to myself, there is no way, there is none, that this is 52% merino wool, 10% cashmere. Because I think it says merino wool. Yeah, merino wool right there. And 38 polyester. Because it's a 3-pack that they sold me for $12. I said, there's no way. But I have no way of testing that. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this one that I've already undone. You can kind of see. If it is merino wool, then it's not superwash. I can tell that just by the way it feels. But, I mean, this looks like hand-dyed yarn. I could see someone being like, okay, I'm going to fold this at a half, you know, and this part's going to be purple, and this part's going to be pink, and maybe some spilled over. But if they're even close to what they say is the fiber content, somebody got underpaid somewhere. Severely. And, you know, I'm reminded of that whole thing when, you know, it was either Taylor Swift or the other one. I'm not good with names, you know I'm not. No hate on the person themselves. But, you know, she had that crocheted dress that was really popular for a hot minute, and it was being sold for $100. And anybody who crafts knows that if you're hand crocheting that, $100 doesn't even begin to cover even a small. So, I mean, I had already said that I was going to stop buying yarn. And definitely going to stop buying from Temu. I've come to the realization that they are on the same level as Sheen, Shine, whatever, where, you know, they're probably a bunch of very underpaid people getting paid like 20 cents per an hour somewhere making this stuff, and that's not cool. But it made me realize I could probably be spending my money somewhere else better. Small businesses, especially, you know, other crafters that might need an extra little money. So, I think I've decided that I'm rescinding my no-buy policy. If you heard that sound, that was my husband's wallet going goodbye to the money. So, what I would like to do instead is start buying actually hand-dyed yarn from small businesses. So if you have any suggestions, there are a couple that, you know, I've already gotten an eye on. Like, I've already bought yarn once from Thryss. So I probably will be buying yarn from her again. Lately, Erin from Crafting Kitty has been showing off yarn from Arcane Fiberworks. I can't remember if Forbidden Fibers is a small business or not, but I've always liked, I think it's called their Gluttony Sock, where it's shiny, sparkly. Probably not going to go towards Stenley. That, to me, that's a big box. But if there's a small business dyer, or you happen to be a small business dyer, that you can kind of clue me into, basically my thought is once a month, contribute back to my community, and, you know, still get a little bit of yarn. Just a little bit. Just a couple of skeins, you know, which is still kind of expensive if you are paying what you should pay, which is about $30 per skein. Let's be real. What am I going to do with this? I don't know. I'm going to guess that these do not, I mean, if this is, I mean, this looks to be about fingering weight. And these could be full $400, or not $400, 400 yard skeins. I honestly am, I actually just got this idea of, I might just make my little girl a nice little shawl. She loves pink, she loves purple, and she loves to drape herself in things. I'm sure she would eat up a purple and pink shawl. And I wouldn't even have to do anything super special awesome. And she would love it. So I like that idea. Alright, so that's everything for today. Again, if you know of an independent dyer or small business dyer or are one, please let me know. In the meantime, if you liked this video, please give it a like, especially if you are a subscriber and would like to stay subscribed. That way the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. If you're not subscribed, I have a lot of yarny content, and if that's your jibe, make sure you hit that subscribe. And in the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.